New Buddha-ware Dhamma Talks. Geoff Hunt presents a talk on some aspect of the Buddha's teaching.
Good day, everyone. Today we're going to do something which we last did about a year ago. And I think most of you will be familiar with this. I don't know whether you've actually practiced it. And that is the body scan. Now, I do the body scan myself pretty regularly, but in a haphazard way, it's whenever it occurs to me. Because the thing about it is that you can do it just about anywhere, as long as you don't get yourself arrested. Could be basically waiting for a bus, could be waiting at the dentist's, could be anywhere really, where you've just got a moment to become aware of yourself. Right, assuming that everyone can still hear me, well, we're going to do the body scan. We're actually going to do this together. In the body scan, we're going to be aware of our body from part to part. And if we reach some point where there's some tension, or stress, pain, then we just gently acknowledge it. Don't fight with it. Don't try to expel it. Just imagine you're releasing it. You're letting it go. But on no account should you get into conflict with that pressure. Could be anywhere. But we'll see when we get to it. Body scan, the scan, if you don't like the word scan, someone once objected that they went into a scanning machine, an NHS gadget, and they couldn't really do this exercise because of that. Well, that's okay, we'll just do a different one. Okay, so with the body scan, we're actually not just going to talk about it, you're going to do it now. And we've put up that logo just to take you away from my face, from anything that's going on there. So the idea is to keep your eyes closed. So if you could get yourself into a position that is relaxed, but not inducing sleep. We don't want to send you to sleep. But on the other hand, we want you to be comfortable. So there must be a compromise there somewhere in the middle. So we're going to go through the whole body, increasing the level of awareness of your body. And you might even find that there's some parts of your body you really never take any notice of, which is rather surprising. Then we have some general questions to be asked before we return to the body. So for this session, you're going to keep your eyes closed. Okay. You start at the top of your head and you're going to move downward gradually through your whole body. Not by pointing at it, not by touching it, but by simply paying attention to it. So it is something that the mind is doing. It is paying attention, which is vital to all forms of meditation, and especially important to concentration. So we're going to move your attention downwards through the body, and I will mention various parts as we go down. And also want you to do something a little bit strange. As you go down through the body, there will be some parts that you never pay attention to, or there are some parts which seem to be absent. So you can pay attention to that absence as well, right? That I'm not feeling anything there. We acknowledge that as well. So, as I say, if you encounter a place of tension, and there are some areas that always have some tension in them, then be aware of that tension. Don't feel negative about it. It's just natural and normal, but try to release it, let it go. Let it flow downwards through your body into your feet. So your body is acting in a way like something like a conductor electricity conductor you might get at a tall building during a storm. We'll have a lightning conductor. Now imagine that whenever you encounter somewhere that's holding tension, you let that go like a lightning conductor that goes down through the body, except it's not violent, it's gentle, into the feet, and it's gone. Right. So are you ready? Close your eyes. Be relaxed, but not so relaxed you're going to fall asleep, because there is a danger of that. Right, you start at your forehead. Eyes closed. You are now paying attention to your forehead. I'm paying attention to my forehead. You're paying attention to your forehead. You're just simply aware that it is there. You're not asking questions about it. You're just aware of its existence, if you like. Now move down to the area between and around your eyes, keeping your eyes closed, but be aware of your eyelids. You can blink them a bit if you like, increase the awareness, and then close them again. Now there can be quite a bit of tension around the eyes, even when we squint the eyes, we squeeze up our eyes, such as when we are frowning. And a lot of frowning results in wrinkles, which you can see if you just look at my face. Okay? So we relax any wrinkles, we relax anything around the eyes, and just let the eyes be at peace. Now you move down to the nose. You may be aware only of part of the nose. It's okay. And the nostrils. If you breathe a little bit more energetically in and out, you will spot the nostrils from the breath of the air touching the nostrils. Now gradually you're becoming aware of your whole body. Nostrils, nostrils, nostrils. Now you can feel the air passing through the nostrils, unless you have a cold. You're becoming aware of your breathing. Breathing which never stops throughout your entire life. Now you move down gently to your jaw. You could click your teeth if you like to be sure the jaw is still there. You're becoming aware of the muscles at the back of the jaw. One form of bodily tension is located in the jaw, squeezing the lower jaw into the upper jaw. If that is happening, let it go. Let your jaw relax so that the teeth are hardly touching each other. Now be aware of your tongue. Best way to be aware of the tongue is to use the tongue to touch behind the teeth. Explore the shape of the teeth, running the tongue up and down or across the teeth. Now, we don't normally do this very much unless you've got toothache or got something stuck in the tooth. Now, maybe for the first time, we notice the unevenness. Most of us have some unevenness in our teeth, in the back of our teeth, and in the crowns of our teeth. We might go through a 24-hour day and never notice our teeth. Now we're going to swallow gently. Just swallow. There's nothing in your mouth, but just swallow. And then you're aware of the muscles, the back of the throat. These are the swallowing muscles. You may have never noticed them in your entire life. You can't swallow without those muscles. You swallow more than once if you like. Isn't it wonderful that you've got muscles there? Enable you to swallow. Now move your attention downwards into the neck. First of all, the front of the neck. Now you may observe that there is no sensation really at the back of the neck until somebody draws attention to it. In fact, most of your body is missing most of the time. And now move your attention to the back of your neck. If you like, you could move your neck and head slightly left, right, left, right. Isn't it wonderful you can do that? Take it for granted. You now move your attention to your left shoulder. There can be a lot of tension in shoulders. If there's tension there, just be aware of it, first of all. Don't quarrel with it. Be aware of it. If you can, gently let it go. If it insists on staying there, well, leave it there. Now move your attention to your right shoulder. Now you could move your shoulders together and roll your shoulders. Let them be relaxed and peaceful. When you're tense or when you're upset or angry, the shoulders become quite tight because they're getting ready for violence, frankly. Getting ready to punch somebody, even though you're not aware of it. Now we're aware of the shoulders. Move down into the chest. The front part of your torso. When you become aware of your chest, you become aware of your breath, your breathing. Gently breathe a few times, being aware of your chest. As you breathe, slowly say to yourself, all is well, all is well, all is well. All is well. all is well. Now be aware of the other side of your chest, that is your back. You may not pay much attention to your back. Pay attention to it when maybe an insect bites you on the back, and then you notice it. Now we notice that the chest is impermanent. It is always moving. It never stops moving until your life comes to an end. And yet we hardly give it any attention at all. Now move down to your belly. Move your belly in and out to be aware of it. Now let your belly be naturally positioned, moving slightly as the chest breathes in and out. It is a meditation in some quarters to focus on the belly and its motion as it breathes quite naturally. Now you've traveled all the way down your body. Now you're probably sitting on a chair, but you may not have noticed the tension between the chair and your thighs. So now be aware of your thighs and the weight that the thighs are carrying. And that this is stress. It's stress for your body to be resting on its thighs for long periods. Not good for you at all. Get up, move around, appreciate your thighs. Okay, now move to your left knee. Be aware of its existence. You may be puzzled by something which is a puzzle. How does attention work? What is it that you're moving when you move attention? Is it your mind? What is the mind? Left knee. Now move your attention miraculously to the right knee. Now move downwards into your ankles and your ankle bone. Your left ankle bone is pointing to your right ankle bone. Now move your attention into your feet, your left foot, your right foot. Wiggle your toes a bit. Make sure they're still there. Okay. Now, we have been paying attention to parts. Now we're going to pay attention to the whole. That is, be aware of your body. Be aware of the whole body. The way to focus that is to pay attention to your breathing. Paying short attentions to other parts of your body so that it all holds together. So you're now paying attention to your whole body, from the top of your head down to your toes. Not really paying attention so much as being aware of your whole body. Attention is something that's always focused. We're now asking you to open your minds and be aware of your whole body. Just be aware that you have a body. Because the next question is a little bit difficult. How do you have a body? What is it that has a body? Is it your mind that has a body? Or is it your body that has a body? Leads to a big question, often used in Mahayana quarters of Buddhism. What then am I? Am I my body? Am I not my body? Am I both my body and not my body? How do I feel about my body? Do I feel good about my body or bad about my body? And yet I haven't answered the question what my body is. And how do I have a body? Now we're going to come slowly back up the body, a little bit faster than we came down. So go back to your ankles. Now just move upwards, your left knee, your right knee, your thighs, your belly, your chest and your back. Now just stop and think for a moment. You're allowed to think. In my body, I have all sorts of things that I've never seen before, and I probably never will. My pancreas, my liver, my kidneys, all this my, and yet I've never seen them. I become aware of them when something is wrong, when there's some pain. So again, most of my body is absent most of the time. And yet, I talk so much about my body. I'm so attached to my body. I'll go to great lengths of cosmetic surgery even to change my body. And go on upwards, tongue touching teeth, nose and nostrils, the area between and around the eyes, which I've by now forgotten all about, back to my forehead. Now on this little journey, you will feel there will be areas which are puzzling, there will be areas which are uncomfortable. Whatever it is, just be aware of it, whatever the feeling is. Let go, release the energy. Remember that when you become aware, imagine its power, its electricity, its energy to go downwards through the body into the ground. Now you've become part of the ground. You now become what you always were. You are part of everything. In the Avatamsaka teaching of Buddhism, we go a bit further. They say that you are everything. You are everything. Okay. Okay, we can open our eyes and you can move the logo away. Thank you, Paul. So just leave you with two metaphysical questions. Is this me? In what sense is my body mine? Something to contemplate. Then there's impermanence. However still you keep the body, even when you're sleeping, it is moving and changing. If that weren't the case, then you would be dead. Blood is moving through your veins, lymph is moving through your lymph glands, moisture is moving through your teeth and nostrils. The whole 8 hours you may be asleep, your body is impermanent. And it's also moving from side to side and so on. Okay, we're going to stop there.
New Buddha Way lets go of East and West and starts afresh in the life we have now. For more information, visit www.newbuddhaway.org.